Electric field. It is a region around a charge where its influence can be judged. It is field which is defined in the form of region. Region around a charge where its influence can be judged. That is electric field. For any given charge, the three-dimensional space around the charge is affected by an invisible element called electric field lines. This we all have studied. Electric field lines. It means these are this complete region is surrounded by electric field lines which are emanated from the given charge, and these field lines are compositely making electric field. This is what we have studied in the basic concept of electric field. Again, I am not going to enhance it beyond a certain limit. Why? Because we are just doing a quick review of electric field, and gradually we'll explain it on the higher orders when we are going for the numericals. And before in hand, I'm just going to explain what we might have done in the normal classes, in the board-based classes. So, electric field is defined as the region around a charge where its influence can be judged, and it is composed of electric field lines. Now, it is electric field strength. Electric field strength. It is also called as electric field intensity and is denoted by E vector. And what is E vector? E vector is numerically given by F divided by Q naught, limit Q naught approaches to 0. Hopefully you must be knowing all these symbolic notions, but quickly I will explain you that. It is a positive charge, Q. We have to find out the electric field strength of this charge at a point P, which is at a distance R, and we have kept a test charge Q naught, a positive test charge Q naught, at this particular point, and we are going to calculate how much is the force experienced by this point. The amount of force divided by Q naught is going to give us the value of E vector. And you very well know what is this written? Limit Q naught approaches to 0. That is, we have to consider Q naught to be very small. That Q naught approaches to 0 means Q naught should be very small. And why it should be very small? Because it must not affect the field of given charge. It should not happen as if like this overpowers this charge. To avoid this, we always keep Q naught to be very small. Subsequently, now let's talk about the uniform bodies having continuous charge distributions, like a straight conductor, can be of defined length, can be of infinite length, a ring, and then a disc. Right? A ring, a disc, and an infinite long wire as per the boards. But for the competitions, this can be a semicircular wire also. This can be a arc also, means this much segment, means I can draw it like this much segment, and these two are very common for the competitions. You might have seen the questions like find the electric field. This is the rod, and this is the semicircular section, and then again the rod, and we have to find out the electric field at this point. So such kind of questions are again very common in competitions, but primarily for boards it is the straight wire, it is the ring, and it is the disc. And specifically in the higher segments, we do go for like a cone, right, we even go for a hemisphere, right? And for this disk even normally the question asked is to find the electric field at any point P on the axis of the disk. But say if I wish to find out the electric field at the edge of the disk, means there are so many variations that we can place in the questions, in these questions. But as I have said that we are going to work out only the board levels, so this just 1, 2 and 3. Rest all these things I will be covering up. I will not be leaving this. This all we will be covering up in the numerical segments. We will do it in terms of the numericals. And as far as these 3 segments are concerned, let me brief you here just for the sake of your convenience. That is, say for a straight wire, step by step, for a straight wire at a point P, at a distance A, and the linear charge density is lambda in this case, and this is a defined length of wire x2 y. It is given by Ex equals to lambda by 2 pi epsilon naught A sine phi 1 plus sine phi 2. And what is phi 1, phi 2? Like, say, I'm going to make it like this. So this is the point P is on this line, and this angle say is phi 1, and this angle say is phi 2. So it is sine phi 1 plus sine phi 2 divided by 2 pi epsilon naught into A. And this is Ex. This is Ex. This is Ex, right? And Ey, depending upon the position of point, can be relatively, vector can be relatively on the upper side, plus j cap, or can be on the lower side, that is minus j cap. But Ey is lambda by 2 pi epsilon naught A cos phi 1 minus cos phi 2. That will be the result for Ey. So these 2 results we have already started in the normal class, and normally everyone is studying it. And for infinite length of wire, this is going to be 0, and this, because we will put for infinite length of wire, phi 1 is equal to phi 2 is equal to 90 degrees, and if you are going to put it right here, it will become 2 lambda by 2 pi epsilon naught A, and for this it will become 0. And that is the clear solution for a straight wire. Then we move on to the next segment, which is the ring. So let me just wipe it off. So if we talk about, say, a ring with a linear charge density lambda again, a ring with a linear charge density lambda, and this is the axis, and this distance is x from the center on the axis, point P, and let's say the radius is r, and we wish to find out the P here. I'm not going to go for the derivation. Directly I'll write the value of Ex, because Ey in this case is going to be vanished, because symmetrically Ey is going to be vanished. Ex will sustain, and its value will be equal to kqx upon r square plus x square raised to the power 3 by 2. That is the value of Ex, and Ey being symmetrical comes out to be 0. That is the case of of course the linear charge density is lambda, or the total charge is q, because the radius is r, so 2 pi r into lambda becomes q. So I have written it here q, or I can express it in terms of lambda also. So lambda will be q will be lambda into 2 pi r. This is what we can replace also, but this is most convenient and most common expression, so please just note it down. This is again very important. Next is replace this ring now by a disc. So I'm just going to wipe it off and going to shade here rest everything will remain the same. Shape means this will be a disk, it will be a platter, and sigma lambda will be replaced by sigma. And now I have to find out the electric field at point P. Again it will be Ex and it will be sigma by 2 epsilon naught 1 minus x divided by under root of r square plus x square. That will be the result of Ex. So I have explained the three segments, the three bodies, in fact the straight conductor, second the ring, and third the disk, and all the expressions related to these three elements we have done, right? So this is the first part of the electric field which I am going to compile here, and we'll move on to the next lecture